Uganda suffered a rare nationwide electricity blackout for several hours on Friday, each state-run power grid operator said, adding that electricity was gradually being restored late in the afternoon. The grid shutdown happened during the testing a newly completed Chinese-built $1.5 billion 600 megawatt hydropower plant on the Nile River in the country's north. Uganda Electricity Transmission Company Limited said in a post on X platform. So now the people of Uganda on Friday suffered several hours of electricity blackout, which was due to the testing of the newly completed 600 megawatt hydropower plant Uganda built on River Nile to be able to increase its electricity supply or generate more electricity, that in return what they have in excess they can equally to sell to neighboring countries who are in need of those electricity. It will equally be another way of them generating revenue for themselves. Uganda Electricity Transmission Company Limited informs the general public that a national blackout has been registered following a load rejection test at Karuma hydropower plant, the company posted. So you see, their electricity company informed the Uganda people that a national blackout has been registered following a load rejection test at the new built power plant. Uganda Electricity Company Limited informs the general public that a national blackout has been registered following a load rejection test at the Karuma hydropower plant, the company posted on X on Friday. In another post about 2 hours later, it said the grid has been restored partially. This is wonderful. So in about 2 hours later, in which they registered on X platform about informing the general public about this electricity blackout, 2 hours later they told them that it's partially restored. That is very good, because in these hours in which they had this blackout, they disrupted people's day-to-day activities or what they have planned for that day. So it is good that they are equally informing the people as soon as possible, so people will know how to replan themselves and still be able to reschedule some of their goals or targets that they were not able to reschedule in that hour or time frame they had these blackouts. Uganda has an installed power generation capacity of 2,000 megawatts, according to the Energy Ministry. It generates more power than it consumes. This is very good. If countries are generating far more than what they are using, it means that what they have in excess, they can equally sell it. It will be another way of generating revenue for the country. It generates more than it consumes and has been exploring the possibility of exporting the surplus to neighbors like South Sudan and Kenya. This is wonderful. So they produce far more than what they are using, what they have in excess, they can sell to South Sudan and Kenya. And please, Uganda, if you're selling to South Sudan and Kenya, be your brother's keeper and equally sell at a reasonable rate that them two can equally to meet you in the middle. Please, we should be our brothers keepers and sisters keepers in Africa at this point in time, because there's no way all this digitalization program, all these African countries they are planning or they are going into, they can be able to achieve it without having sufficient electricity or stable electricity supply or unhindered electricity supply. Electricity supply has a whole lot to contribute to day-to-day activities of people's life. It has a way of making life a little bit easier for the people. It has a way of making people to navigate through life much easier with lesser hurdle than in areas where people are having shortages or blackout when it comes to electricity. So Uganda, you are doing well in this aspect, but do well to please, is a plea, to sell to South Sudan and Kenya at affordable rates.